We had two showcases after the break. Professor Rines from University of Washington explained about the project that he's involved with Chalmers Hatun. And Corina Schrum presented the master program in marine ecosystem and climate. That will take off in 2009. Basically, these two presentations were concrete examples on, I think Professor Rines used the word high latitude networks, a network of research institutes from Seattle at the west coast of US to Copenhagen, and involving institutions in Newfoundland, in Greenland, Iceland, Svalbard, Faroes, Norway. And also he stressed that the reason that they were here in the Faroes is that the Faroes is actually placed in a site where, when it comes to ocean research, there's immense detail here to look at, and it's not possible to do it just from another place or by satellite, or it is needed to be here on site when it comes to marine research in many cases. And the joint Nordic Master Program, which were explained, will and which has been sponsored by the Nordic Ministers of Nordic Council Ministers, are prepared now. It's a collaboration between Bergen, the Faroe Islands, and Reykjavik, and Greenland, and the first students will be enrolled in 2009. And finally, we had a presentation about Tacit of William Nilsen, who has done a feasibility study on the interest, basically, on this idea. What do others say about having such an institute in the Faroes? He concluded that there's a need for a full-scale demo site. That has been stipulated by many of those he had talked to. And also, for many reasons, if you look at marine environment, Faroes is the right place. Furthermore, he addressed the Svalbard University as an example to follow, which is a small university compared to other universities, but it was established in '93. It has today 80 full-time staff, 400 students, and has a budget of 100 million Norwegian kroner. And also, William addressed from his talks to stakeholders around, he had also clearly, as they said also from Nordic Innovation Center, there's a lot of initiatives around. But again, it's interesting to see that when it comes to, and he used an example here with the Clean Development Mechanism, which is a UN-funded, or for which are grant programs for developing countries. Of the 3,188 Clean Development Mechanism projects for developing countries, not a single of these are related to ocean and fishery. And these are projects that are funded by UN, partly. There is a kind of, if you find your area, or if you focus on the area that is not that crowded, you will also most likely find project funding, or funding for projects that can be undertaken within Tacit. Otherwise, William also came into the vision and the mission of Tacit, which were explained by, or presented by Magne yesterday. We had a discussion afterwards, and there were questions from both, and remarks from both Greenland and US, Iceland, and the Faroes. In general, my impression is that people find the idea interesting. That is also my feeling from the talks that I had with people here during the conference and the network dinner last night. People find it interesting. Mainly because we are focusing in the marine environment. William was also asked about what's happening now, and the roadmap for this tacit idea is outlined as being that in April, that is this month, end of this month, there will be called upon a stakeholder meeting, and stakeholders are defined as being the Faroese government, the scientific community in the Faroe Islands, and the industry. And the purpose of that meeting is partly to evaluate this conference, the outcome of this conference, but also to seek to get a commitment to the project or commitment to a project that shall define the scientific content of tacit, the financial model of tacit, and the organizational structure. And if that commitment is provided, it should be possible to have a plan for tacit finished by autumn 2008, so that the institute can be launched in the autumn 2009, where tacit is established, and it would be an appropriate timing to introduce the tacit to the Copenhagen Climate Conference, which will take place in the autumn 2009. So I think in short words, those were the findings from workshop 4. Thank you.